I haven't seen this guy dance this much since he fought Floyd Mayweather. You guys want to see what zero accountability looks like? I'm going to show you. So Logan Paul, which is somebody I just made a video about, just released a response video to a 3-part series that was done by Coffeezilla that basically went in depth about how Logan Paul has been scamming millions of followers with his latest crypto project, Coffeezilla. So let's just see what he has to say for himself.
Coffeezilla. I watched your 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money.
He says, like many others on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money and clicks. You know, I love how people get on this app and pretend like they're just above it all, right? Like they're above doing all the things that everyone else does to get clicks, views, and watch time hours on their videos. See, guys like Logan Paul will pretend that he's above that type of marketing strategy, right? But all you have to do is take a scroll down through his video catalog and see all the clickbait video titles that he has, where he includes people that are popular or have widespread mainstream media influence like Floyd Mayweather, Tekashi 6ix9ine, Lana Rhoades, KSI, PewDiePie, Will Smith. The list goes on and on and on. This guy will literally do anything for views and attention, including using his girlfriend as clickbait in his thumbnails. But then he'll get on here and try to play like he's nothing like everyone else. He would never do that, right? It's the same lame argument that these little ass kids and brainless morons show up in the comments using as a defense to defend whatever content creator they love. And I have a realization for all you idiots that you might want to consider the next time you jump to use this particular train of thought as some declaration of you outing someone. This is the message. Are you ready? Welcome to YouTube, a social app that is designed around nothing but getting clicks, views, and likes on videos. You fucking morons. If you don't like that, then I got news for you. You're probably on the wrong app, because in this part of town, every cowboy has a clickbait gun. Hopefully, you get this point by now. Let's move on.
While your work used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment, and you've made very real errors with very real repercussions.
He says that views and clicks have clouded Coffeezilla's judgment and that he's made very real errors. Okay, well, there's no doubt he's gonna point those errors out with valid, undisputable proof to back his claims, right? Right.
Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation.
No, your reputation took a shot from the multiple scams that you've run, with the latest being Coffeezilla. But let's continue.
So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel. You see, Coffeezilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance.
The one thing I love about Twitter is that it's very good at keeping receipts. And just last year, just 2 days before Christmas, Logan Paul was praising Coffeezilla as a creative genius. But now, just 2 weeks later, all of a sudden, Coffeezilla's channel is not anchored in truth. All of a sudden, Coffeezilla's channel is speculative. And all of a sudden, it's just about gossip. Now, he's a lopsided journalist and a clout chaser. You really can't make this shit up. Well, that's awfully convenient, Logan. When did you have a change of heart? Probably around the time he completed a 3-part series investigating how you scammed your low IQ followers yet again, right? So the question is, were you lying then on Twitter, or are you lying now? We're 40 seconds in, and this guy has already lied to everyone yet again to save face. But just stick around, because in a little bit, he's going to pretend that he still has some type of integrity.
Coffee, you interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process. I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Who we'll be calling Z here.
I guess among many things, it doesn't surprise me that he lied about having 30 engineers and a $50,000 a week burn rate.
On my end, I have 30 engineers. I'm burning $50,000 a week.
Which, side note, is how this delusionist landed on the $1 million code ransom, but it turns out he only had 3 engineers. Wouldn't someone with journalistic integrity know their credible source had not only an agenda, but a fondness for orange jumpsuits?
Are y'all seeing this? I can't believe, I want to know who is on Logan's team. Watching him banish himself to the shadow realm like this, who is the person that's supposed to proofread whatever the fuck it is he's gonna say on camera? Because this is simply amazing. Where's Jake Paul, right? He didn't tell you not to make this video. This guy basically just said, there's one more criminal you forgot to mention that I hired, Coffee. His name is Zach Kelling. So, there you go. That's one for me. No, Logan, no, it's not one for you.
And I know what you're thinking. What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Kelling?
Yes. For once in this video, you are absolutely right. We are all wondering what type of idiot you are.
I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man that I have since learned fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me.
One thing that I'm very good at is reading through bullshit. And what he just said is, hey, it's not my fault, it's my team's fault. I got scammed because my team didn't vet the guy I said it was okay to hire. It's not my fault, guys. I'm a victim too. Again, Logan is great at dancing around the facts. Notice he didn't even bother to address everything. It's just, see, you can hatch eggs now. Yeah, except there's no proof that you could then. And beyond that, what he said, which is right there in the video, in text form no less, is that the CryptoZoo mods told him that hatching worked at one point, past tense, but was so buggy that the bullshit was shut down. But does Logan address this point? Of course not. But let's continue.
And surely you knew Emilio, the gentleman who supposedly let his child invest in a cryptocurrency, was allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So either you missed that or you knew it and failed to let the public know. Why? Because it was a clear sign that he was also untrustworthy. You seemed pretty excited when the guy told you that he couldn't hatch the eggs.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
You're kidding! You can't hatch?
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
You can't hatch?
Yeah, 1 second of research would prove that to be false, as you can definitely hatch eggs and even breed your animals.
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
And as you pointed out in your fine print, cross-hatching was available on ETH at one point, but you perpetuated the opposite as truth with your chest out.
Basically, nothing worked.
And by the way, guy, almost all NFTs are just pictures.
By the way, guy, all NFTs are just pictures. But therein lies the problem, Logan. See, you claimed that CryptoZoo would be something more than just a picture. You said CryptoZoo would take NFTs to the next level. It was supposed to be something more, right?
For the last 6 months, I've been working on my own NFT project that I believe is going to change the game, because as of now, there's a model that a lot of people in the crypto space have identified, and that's releasing a set number of unique assets, each with different characteristics, and you're kind of crossing your fingers your project pops off, right? It's all just the same thing, just rewrapped into different skins, and you hope there's enough hype and a community around to build value in your project, right? I think there needs to be a fresh take, and this project that I have is that fresh take. September 1st, CryptoZoo.co. I'm going to tease it. That's all I'm going to say about it now.
So why have you allowed the illegal recording of Jeff's phone call without his permission? And then more like an internet criminal, post it online.
This is probably the only argument that he actually may have. But I'm not clear on the laws in Texas, which is where Coffeezilla is located, versus the laws in wherever the hell Logan Paul's manager is located. From my understanding, he may have some ground to stand on here with this. But if Coffeezilla is the intelligent guy that I believe him to be, I believe he probably has all of his bases covered. So we're just gonna have to see how this plays out in the future. But even still, this doesn't look like a victory for Logan.
Now, although you didn't verify any backgrounds, substantiate any evidence, took multiple criminals' words as truth, and broke laws, you still published the defamation. However, unlike you, the blockchain doesn't lie. Jeff and I made no money and will never make any money on CryptoZoo. In fact, we only lost money trying to pick up the pieces. As has been the case with dozens of crypto and NFT projects, the space is unfortunately ripe for bad actors to infiltrate projects that start with even the best intentions.
Start with the best of intentions, he says. Mind you, we already have physical evidence from their chat log that pretty much explains that this entire crypto scam was a ploy to get money. That's it. That's all. So the best of your intentions at the end of the day was to collect a bag for yourself and your friends. And again, we have viable proof of that. Coffeezilla made it very plain. But now it's these guys stole a bunch of money from something that was designed with the best of intentions. No. Can we stop pretending like Logan Paul was doing this out of the goodness of his heart? Because he's a man of the people? Can we stop pretending he's the second coming of Jesus Christ here to bless everyone with 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread?
But I do appreciate you calling out that rats under my nose stole the game code, millions of dollars, and left Jeff and I abandoned with no team and knives in our back. But even after 12 months of work, you've still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information. See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that CryptoZoo isn't being made. Who are you to decide when the development timeline ends?
Well, we all assumed CryptoZoo was dead in the water and wasn't being made because you haven't said anything about it in a year.
I got everything stolen from me and our community, stopped promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece.
Of course you took all the heat on the socials because it's your fucking idea. This was your brainchild. Why wouldn't you get all of the backlash?
Fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio.
You're not innocent. You're not innocent. Why? Because it was your project. And the people who stole money, your team hired them. Which means you need to take responsibility for it. Are you seeing it yet? Are y'all seeing this yet? This is looking very familiar, right? See, it's the same argument that everybody had for people like Graham Stephan and Andre Jake when FTX and BlockFi blew the hell up. No one said you guys personally stole the money, but you openly promoted it. So you're just as culpable as everybody else who's involved with making the money disappear. You have the same amount of blame.
Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it. And maybe we could have talked about this if you had reached out to me, personally. Not my manager, Jeff, who is not me, Steven. Trust me, CryptoZoo is coming. You led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience. That is patently false. This video is mainly for my fans and anyone who's on the fence that I hope I can help understand a situation that is tremendously complex but has been oversimplified for both views and clicks.
Oversimplified for views and clicks. This man Coffeezilla did a 3-part series detailing names, accounts, theft, and dialogue, all spanning well over an hour's worth of content. But that's somehow an oversimplification, yet your 7-minute video response is not.
And lastly, Coffeezilla, I now know your motives with this. Clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimy as So I'm not going to come on any of your podcasts. If you want to come on Impulsive and talk about this, that's fine. You've denied my invitation multiple times. You're still invited. It can be a one-on-one. If not, we're going to handle this ourselves while we continue to build CryptoZoo, and I'll see you in court.
Now this guy mentions CryptoZoo out of nowhere, back from beyond the grave. All of a sudden, CryptoZoo is at the forefront of his focus and ambition after a year of nothing but silence and disappointment. Enough of this guy already. Get this guy though. Get him the fuck out of here. You know the sad thing about this? The sad thing is that this response from Logan will be enough to satisfy many, if not most, of his little brainwashed minions. So I fully expect to see a few of them appear in the comments somewhere to defend his honor. But the thing about me is if you bring it this way, I've got both the time and just the right amount of petty to respond to each and every one of you little morons. So please do, so that I can make an example out of you. Meanwhile, for all of the smart and responsible adults out there, let this be a warning that these influencers with millions of followers don't care enough to personally vet the people or products they push onto their viewers. Because at the end of the day, it's all about how much money they can make off of your blind loyalty. This video he made is a very pathetic attempt to save himself from the embarrassment that has no doubt been further inflicted upon his already slimeball reputation. And so bringing attorneys into it is just about the only defense he has left. So as you watch this man continue to make a public fool out of himself, please allow this to serve as a constant reminder to invest in the knowledge of wealth and not the promise of it. Invest in learning how to properly utilize the money you already have access to, and invest in the means to acquire more of it. But these are my thoughts. As always, you're welcome to leave yours in the comments below, and yes, that also includes Logan's minions. In the meantime, though, remember to invest diligently, but more importantly, invest responsibly, and I will see you all real soon. Later.
More dark, more fire, more sparks, more leaves, more trees, more seas, more sharks, more keys, more cars. No, we won't starve. Everything is pure when it's poured from the heart. More guns, more blood, more funds, more drugs, more wars, more lords, more shooting, more scores, more numbers, more boards. Come and climb aboard. Everything is worse when we lead with the sword. I can only judge by your heart what your mouth say. With a grain of salt, I'ma take it for your mouth's sake. Niggas follow greed, ain't no seeds being planted. Cause people never learn till they feeding the planet.